Disclaimer, this is not a tutorial on how to prepare for a cubing competition. This is simply what you should expect for your first cubing competition, and this is my personal experience with my first cubing competition. Have you ever been to a cubing competition? I'm sure that we all have funny stories of our first cubing competition, so I am here to show you mine. Years ago, maybe 6 or 5 or 4, I don't know. Years ago, when I was 13 or something, I went to my very first cube competition. I had met this group of cubers in my city, and for that entire summer before that, we would meet at a little coffee shop in the town, and we would cube all day. There were 6 of us, and we were all dedicated to getting faster at 3x3. I was the fastest, of course, but, humble about it. Anyway, at this time, I was averaging about 30 seconds on a 3x3. I was hoping for some good results for this competition. Obviously, I was nothing like I am now. 10 to 15 seconds, I'd say I'm doing pretty good now. Back then, I was using a Moyu WRM, which now has a price tag that I don't even know. Anyway, I had found my friend group of cubers, and it was the first event 5x5. None of my other friends were doing this event because at the time I was the only one who could do a 5x5 in a timely manner. Spoiler alert, I didn't do it in a timely manner. So I was all alone in this event. Hello? Is anyone there? Anyway, after that I basically had 4 hours until 3x3, so I went out to lunch. Alone. Without my friends. I don't know why. When I came back, we were all sitting outside the venue and practicing for 3x3. Now, I was very, very nervous, and my best cube was a WRM, and my PB at the time was 11 seconds, so I didn't know what to expect. Oh, also, my friends ended up scrambling my 9x9. They said they didn't, but they were lying because... I mean, who else would be scrambling it? The Easter Bunny? I don't know. Anyway, it was time to go up for 3x3, and I basically flunked every solve. But I didn't care because it was my first comp. I had a fair share of first comp nerves, and I was slow back then. Sad. Anyway, that was nothing compared to the heartbreaking event that would unfold next, later that day. After solving my 9x9, of course, I was called up for Pyramix. Now, at this time, I was averaging sub 2, what I would kill to average that today. Anyway, playing with my friend's Pyramix, I thought, wow, this cube is really good and cool. Here's a thought, since me and my friends are in different heats, I should ask to use Hare's Pyramix, and leave my perfectly fine, well used to, sub 2 consistent Pyramix for this random Pyramix I found 2 minutes ago that turns completely different than what I am used to. So I looked at my friend and saw he was busy with a 4x4, so I took his cube without asking him. I'll give you a few seconds to guess what happened. Did I A, break the world record, B, get a DNF average, or C, be honest and do the right thing and use the cube I was used to, getting a sub 1 average in comp? Well, it's B. It's B. I got a DNF, and then I cried after. This event was so traumatic that I never solved a Pyramix in competition again. Anyway, time to practice 2x2. I did pretty good. I mean, as expected. I'm JS in cubing. Who could be better at 2x2 than me? Anyway, I was getting ready to leave. I came across someone who caught my mother's eye. My mom, a non-cuber, actually introduced me to Graham Sagans, who is blind world champion, world record holder, probably the most skilled cuber in the community, and a really nice guy. Anyway, I spoke with him for a bit, and he actually ended up signing one of my cubes. It was the Mojang MF3 RS3M 2019 magnetic 3x3 in stickerless, and that cube is still on my dresser and has not moved since. Anyway, it was a sad day in the world of Pyramix solvers, but a good day in the realm of everything else. What should you expect for your first competition? Nervousness, probably no world records, a lot of fun memories, but also make sure to bring a cube that you don't mind never using again. I had to sacrifice my best turning 3x3 just to have some really cool guys sign it, but it was still cool. Do you have any cool stories from your first competition? I'd love to hear it in the comments. Make sure to subscribe. As always, remember to join the Patreon. There are courses available there, and I do exclusive giveaways on my Patreon as well. So if you want cubes or merch delivered to you for free, highly recommend joining the Patreon. Also, maybe check out another video. I know you enjoyed this one.